Hello, everyone, and welcome to the podcast for The Kids Aren't Alright, Part 1. Such a good episode. Might be my favorite of the bunch so far. Let's start it off right now with Zig. So we learn after last night's cliffhanger that it was Damon who was shot, and he was shot by Vince in the leg. Tiny tells Zig not to talk to anyone, but Zig ends up talking to the cops. However, he does not share any information that would, make the cop, suspect that Zig or Tiny, Vince, etc., were involved. Vince is still upset that Zig said anything or talked to anyone at all, and doesn't believe that he didn't reveal something. So Vince wants Zig to prove himself and collect money from someone who is past payment date to Vince. So, and that leads to the Becky plotline in the episode, which I'll get to here in just a second. But I loved all the twists and turns tonight, and how everything was connected. But anyways, so in the Becky parts of the episode, we learned that Claire ended up getting suspended based on last night's episode when she was destroying the cameras. And the students are all like volunteering at the hospital. Dallas filling in for Claire. Drew shows up late and is partnered with Becky. But I loved how Damon was at the hospital everyone was volunteering at. I thought that was a great way to incorporate Damon into the plot again without feeling too forced. It was a really nice touch. So anyways, we learned that Becky has lost money, $200, which ties back into Zig, because apparently Jonah was involved with Vince and some dealing some drugs and getting drugs, and he is $200 behind on payments, which is the same amount of money that Becky lost. So it was all tied in and tied together, and it was just fantastic. And now apparently there are some shocking things going to take place the next night at the big musical opening that, of course, the cast have all been practicing in these past several episodes, which ties in also to the final part of the episode, everything, of course, with the musical and Frankie and Winston. You can tell that Winston is really sincere in feeling sorry for what he did. Frankie isn't so sure. She has Lola try to entrap him to see if he will cheat again, and it seems like he's going to. But Winston catches on. He's very smart. He knows what she's doing and confronts her. They kind of, have a little fight, and Frankie decides to quit the musical. So we have to get Zoe as a last-minute replacement. Of course, obviously, things are not going, that good because it was, created for Frankie. And obviously, you can't have someone come in the night before and expect to learn an entire play. And then the episode ends with Miss Pill arriving to tell Imogen and the rest of the people involved in the musical that it might have to be shut down due to the events coming from the retaliation that Damon's, gang and crew is going to be doing at the musical. Zig in trouble, Vince in trouble, Tiny in trouble, and even Maya reference to some things online that could be taking place at the musical. So everything, all the plots were all tied together. Even though they had very different things going on, they all had some parts that linked together, and it was just a fantastic half hour of television. Everything tied in so perfectly, and it was just great. Everything fit together, like a perfect puzzle, and it was just such a solid, incredible episode of television. I think it could be, one of the better Degrassi episodes from this, modern era, especially. So there you go. That is the podcast here. We're coming down to the wire here. We just got the episode tomorrow night, Thursday, and then the series finale, or the TV series finale on Friday. And then there's the 2-hour movie, which officially has been confirmed to be airing on Sunday in both Canada and the US at 9 p.m., 2-hour special, or 4-episode special. So I'm really looking forward to that and these final few days here. So thanks so much, everyone, for listening, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.